I like the visor. It highlights my ideal play lines that typically I miss. Let's just swing in for 8. I don't even know how much life they have. Visor? Reveal how much life they have. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're all having a magical day. And thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. Free-to-play decks all week long. Mono green Alchemy best of 1. This bad boy slaps. There's some unexpected synergies held within that you might be unaware of. And if you're a beginner, you're a free-to-play individual, this deck is what is known as an artisan format, or a common and uncommon restricted build, right? You're only allowed to use the commons and uncommons, which makes the accessibility of the deck list, it's there, right? You're not draining the rares, the mythics, saving them for the meta tier 1 decks, completing your quests with all of my free-to-play broods, which you can easily find in a playlist if you're interested in something else that's not mono green, because we've done a whole bunch of them this week that are all worth checking out, in my opinion, especially if you're new to the game. So, with that being said, we're going to break down the deck list in today's video, discuss the strategies, the synergies, demonstrate in the gameplay footage all of this, and wrap up with our final thoughts, deck review, and the card of the day. Make sure to like the video to show your support, subscribe to the channel if you're interested in seeing more cool decks like this on a daily basis, and of course, have a magical viewing experience. Green Bean is a free-to-play artisan deck. I kind of already explained that. 60 card Alchemy, 1.9 average mana value. This is very low to the ground for a mono green deck. We also have Ramp, which is kind of the magic held within. 31 creatures to our 9 non-creatures, and only 20 lands to really support that lighter mana curve. And again, we do have mana ramp available, so it shouldn't be a problem. Really only needing 3 land in play to be fully operational. And then because we have ramp through the Jasperius Sentinel, a 1/2 with reach for 1, we can tap it and another creature we control to gain 1 mana of any color, which is fantastic. And then we also have the Sculptor of Winter, in which it can tap itself to untap a snow land that we control, right? So a couple ramp spells in deck, and then a very low mana curve here. It is a snow archetype, so we're using Blizzard Brawl for 1. Choose target creature you control. It fights target creature you don't control. Your creature gains indestructible and +1 if you have 3 or more snow permanents in play, in which the Sculptor will act as 1. Typically, we just have those lands, right? We also have the Ice High Troll for 3 mana. This is a 2/3 in which we can pay 2 snow to give it +2/+0 and indestructible until the end of turn. This is fantastic, right? If they're trying to remove your stuff, there's a field wipe. Well, not today. And it gets to grow, it becomes quite the formidable attacker if we can start draining some of our mana into it, which is nice. And then most importantly, I guess, within the deck as far as our snow permanents go, is the Boreal Outrider for 3, a 3/2, and whenever you cast a creature spell, in which we have a ton of 31 creature spells, if you pay a snow of any of that color's mana, that creature will enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it, which is fantastic. And then that moves us into the Gnarled Colony for 2, a 2/2 kicker for 3, total for 5 if we kick it. If it was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it, and then each creature we control with a +1/+1 counter on it will gain trample. And now that's the key component here is, we've got all these big creatures, we can put counters on them through the Outrider, and then give them all trample through the Colony, which is quite nice. Draw engine here through the Colossal Magistry for 3, an enchantment, and at the beginning of upkeep on your turn, you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card, and that's going to be very easy for us to accomplish thanks to the Outrider. And of course, even the Tenacious Pup, a 1/2 when it enters the battlefield, gain 1 life. Whenever you cast your next creature spell, that creature enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it, putting it above 4 for the Magistrate. It's also going to gain Trample and Vigilance, which is, it's busted. It is what it is. Very cool stuff here. But where that gets weird is we're casting the Bale Grove on turn 2, sacrificing the pup. It gets the emblem abilities, so it's a 6/5 with Trample and Vigilance for 2 mana. Holy Toledos. So that's going to really help us get some heavy lifting done there. And then there's the Harvest Tide Sentry for 2. It's a 3/1 with Coven. If we have 3 creatures with different powers in the play, then it will be active and it can't be blocked with creatures with power 2 or less, which is really cool. So, you know, getting around those tokens, the chump blockers, and just getting in where the meat in the seat is if they have any good blockers. And of course, you know, we will hopefully have trample as well through the Outrider, as that's going to become, you know, a 4/2. And what's really cool about the Outrider is it's a non-legendary. You can stack it, so now it's like +2/+2, +3/+3 on all your creatures, and you have so many of them, which is sick, and that's going to make the draw really accessible for you as well. Protection through the Snakeskin Veil, 2 copies of this here, and that's the deck. Really easy, really basic, and you know, just a ton of fun to play. I know how hard it is to collect the rares, and most importantly, mythic rares. As you'll see, I only have 26 of them in comparison to some of these other wild cards. And I spend the commons and uncommons frequently, drain them down to 0, complete my collection. If you're curious what those numbers are about, why don't they make sense? You should have thousands of those others, but that's why. And so I understand that some of these mythic rares, especially, and you know, the rares for the beginners, are really hard to collect. So that's why I'm dedicated to providing quality content to you guys to keep the game fresh, complete those daily quests, and not get burnt out, right? So cheers. Thanks so much for watching the deck tech portion of this video. Make sure to like to help show your support, subscribe to the channel for more cool content like this, and don't miss the other free-to-play decks. I have them in the free-to-play playlist. I will pin that playlist in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Enjoy today's gameplay footage. Let's go. Opponent goes first. That's fine. I really do like the hand. We have that 2-drop as well to sneak out if we want. I feel like I want it on the troll, but at the same time, maybe the vigilance isn't as great on the troll. It is because the trample and indestructible go together quite well. The vigilance and tap to gain indestructible, though, is not ideal, and we may play it on the colony instead as a 3/3, and it will organically have trample. Alright, just go for it. Three, trample vigilance. Fairly decent. Let's get the Outrider out first. Oh, it's a field wipe. Yikes. Or just Divine Purge, you know what I mean? I want the troll out, but at the same time, we need it to basically not enter till 5. 4 if we use the Sentinel for mana. Okay, Fading Hope on our colony. That's really good for them. Yikes. Let's just try and force it. You know, at this point, they should remove. Oops. I actually didn't mean to click oops, but oops. Okay, there's a Field of Ruin. That's going to pull a blue source and a Cosmos Elixir. Nice. Very good. Keep the Sentinel back. I want the troll to get wiped. Sack the pup. It gets the +1. It's a 6/5. It's pretty beefy, right? And then Sculptor as a 3/3. Hopefully we don't get wiped. Ideally, we're chill until next turn, at which point this troll can come out protected. And then the turn after, we could actually do that now, potentially kick the colony. Well, that sucks. Another Fading Hope on our Growth, in which we sacrificed a creature to play. Lump. Okay, we can draw off that though, right? An interesting card to play in this deck, for sure. Untap the land. Play the troll. We have indestructible. Right? We can take 1 damage. And I believe draw a card. We both draw. Wonder who that's better for. Probably for them. Right, we already have cards to play next turn. Pup isn't bad. We need to hold up indestructible. Of course, they do have the bounce spells. I'm sure they also have exile. Alright, so that's a destroy. So let's definitely grab trample. Sorry, not trample. Indestructible. LOL. Risk a Decaphile. That can pay 4 just to draw a card. At will. Tenacious Pup out. Growth for 2. Stack the Pup. 6/5 with Trample and Vigi. We swing for 3. It's left alone. We do have Indestructible on it still. Nice. Ending our turn, keeping that 2 mana for the troll. Okay, they draw, discard, gain 1 life. They toss a copy of the Celestis. Good game. Nice. Okay, I really actually didn't mind. On the draw, I mean, the hand isn't bad. It's semi-slow, but it really does pick up. Oh, no, we need to be quick, not slow. The brawl is decent. These first couple turns might determine the match. And taps, Unity Knife. It attaches, it's a 2/2. When this thing dies, we are screwed. We'll need Indestructible when it dies. Right? We have nice cards, but they're going real quick here. They draw a card. It's 3/2 now. I have to just take it. I can't let it go higher. You know what I mean? Okay, let's hit for 2. We're down to 13 already, which is a little nerve-wracking. Oh, no. Runeforge. Dig-a-lig. Outrider in play. It's going to be a 4/3. We have protection, no attacks, and turn. They have lifelink. Let's draw a card. And Unity Knife, right? Another Unity Knife. Decent. We should probably deal with this creature. They did not play land this turn, but they tap out here. Dang. So we are good here. They're brave. They must have something. Let's double block just in case they do. We get, you know, that trade. Decent. Land out. Mastery out. Hit for 6. Sack the pup. Pay with snow for the outrider. Alright, let's go. It's a 5-4 and a 6-5 with Colossal Magistrate in play to give us a draw. Oh, wow. Okay. We've got ourselves a match. That's a good card. The Battle Hammer allows for free equips. So here's Haste, and here is Lifelink, and it gains +2 for each equipped component. We just have to take it. We can't allow that to exist. We still get the draw, which is decent. And the draw after. Second Outrider in play. Decent. Right? They're going to push each other up. And then this Sculptor is going to be fatty. Beautiful. We have Vigilance. We hit for 5. Down to 9. Land out. 4 cards in hand. Oh, another Battle Hammer. Nice. Yikes. Oh, but they passed to us. Wow. Troll gets, you know, pretty cool, and it's got Indestructible, right? We may as well play the Sentinel also. And a lot of meat in these seats. They have to block. They gain the life. And we lose the creature, which is unfortunate, but it's like, get that Battle Hammer out of here. 4 cards in their hand after the draw. 3, because they play a land. An Armory Veteran. If it's equipped, it gets Menace. And the Forge Master, whenever another non-token creature you control dies, if it was enchanted or equipped, return it to the hand. Create a token. Create tokens you control. Sorry, creature tokens you control that are enchanted get +1/+1. Okay. Not great, but it's not the worst. And we're still getting this draw, which is nice. Now that is brutal. We're all in. We force the blocks. Right? Go all in, force the blocks. Nothing's equipped. And then we push up the troll for lethal. Beautiful. That's a 10-5 coming through. Holy Toledos! Ice-Hide Troll. What a sleeper. Alright, new visor. Jordy lent it to me. The thing is, I forgot to press record, right? I was so excited trying this new visor on, looking at everything, that I forgot to... I just forgot, man. Hashtag my bad. But we're here. You know, we're putting out. Doing alright. I like the visor. It highlights my ideal playlines that typically I miss. Let's just swing in for 8. I don't even know how much life they have. Visor? Reveal how much life they have. Look down a little bit. Oh no! Our visor broke. I'm blind. No, it's fun here. Certainly looks cool. I'll admit that. Right? We also have our space cannon. I am so bored today, you guys. Like, yeah, that's my life. Boo, 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 boo. Got him. That's the power of free to play, baby. You just, like, you know, play your stuff. Play your stuff, but I think mine's a little bit better. Space Age. All right, cool hand. Hopefully we don't get roped. We're on the draw. And where has my... I see it highlighting cards, but I don't see the... Oh, here it is. It disappeared on us for a little bit. That's weird. Okay, please just be damage-based removal. Oh, Fading Hope. I can't wait. Cannot wait. Dang, okay. White and blue are our least favorite cards to go against with this build. There's no haste. The indestructible is nullified through hope and 0. The bounce effects. Alright, they're on their main phase here. They play a land. Walrus Disruption's up. Let's land out. Hit for 1 damage, maybe, if we are allowed to progress. So we know they definitely have interaction. I was about to hello them. Like, are you there? Nice. Play slow much? I'm not giving them the growth. You know, that's too much value. We're going to lose the pup, we're going to lose the emblem, and then we're going to lose the growth back to our hand. I just would rather sit here. And turn pass over. And, you know, it's a similar situation where it's like everything that we do is going to get dunked on. So let's just chill, right? I don't want to give them too much, and if we can just chip, 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 you know, we should be all right. Getting closer here. We can Sculptor, have it, you know, stick around, and that should be relatively beneficial. You know, still forecasting that Fading Hope divide by 0. At this point, they might Divine Purge or Doomscar. So, oh, just a Fateful Absence. Interesting. You know, it's always the way you don't play, right? It's like, okay, I've got Indestructible. Oh no, we don't. This is the Outrider. I was thinking this is the Troll. My brain is just like cannot even comprehend base reality. Let's take a draw. I could have swore that was the Ice Troll. You know, I honestly don't mind just kind of like going slow here. Tip for 1. Because they definitely have interaction. Maybe we pull a counterspell with the Magistry. I would definitely counterspell this if I was sitting on a Wari. Not that we wanted it countered, but I think it's better than sacrificing something and then having that counter go out. So that's a Doomscar, right? We know this. Take our swing. Play slow. Right, just kind of like feeding the machine. Just enough for them to be like, okay, I'll just remove this one piece, I'm safe. Like, you know, the 1/2s aren't really worth it. I don't want to waste my field wipe. And hopefully we can get to a point where we still have value in hand. They're out of cards, and we can just kind of fold in and spam. I hope. I don't know. It's, you know, it's a free-to-play deck against literally tier 1/tier S control deck, right? Like, oh, nice mythic, bruh.
I could explain what I'm about to do, but I'd rather show than tell.
Should we count rares so far? Oh, that's a Snowland. I thought that was a... These basic lands have the rare symbol, but they're not rare. They're just nice. These are all rares, though. 1, 2, 3 rares. That's a mythic. Another rare engrave, so... They're there! We should have played creatures first because they're going to bounce the Outrider. That's why I'm hitting with the pups as well. Yeah, we should have played first.
I'll show you how it's done.
Kind of sucks. No, that's a Doomscar. Or it's an Allrund, and they're like really crazy about it. I mean, let's just keep chilling. Barry gains 2 life every turn, and that's, you know, not great. Probably hard casting these growths at this point. After they wipe our field already, of course. They'll key out, you know. Who play Q deck? This is as good as the dragons, man. That's alright. You gotta learn to play the decks, right? They could be a high-ranking mythic player who's used to playing aggro, mid-range, and they're like, okay, I want to take a break from that, and I want to try out this control deck, right? And, you know, they don't want to sacrifice their top 10 rank, I'm assuming. And they're like, yeah, I'll practice it in the play queue. Alright, I'll be your training dummy here. Scarecrow, stepping right up. Alright. Keys active. 1, 2, 3, 5 mana available. We'll have to assume it's a Doomscar, right? LOL. Take an extra turn. You deserve it. You've been working hard, man. Take a load off. Untap those lands. Alright, that's a main phase Discover, which is actually fairly acceptable because Teferi's ability, but you know what confuses me here is why didn't they tap the key for that spell? Because Teferi's Plus untaps the key, so now they have to have something with 2 mana to cast. If they don't, the key being untapped is wasted. Hashtag question mark. They play the Celestis. That's going to get the job done, right? It's reduced from 3 to 2 through the Discovery. Totally fair. Totally playable. Don't even worry about the Alchemy patch. It's not coming, right? Patched monthly. Hashtag LOL.
Who's counting?
Yeah, more like quarterly. There's only 4 months in the year when you work at Wizards. When you're a contractor. All right, I'm ready to get down. I'm ready to get dirty. They're fairly tapped. Let's try to just kill the Channeler. They need a bounce spell. If they have removal, we're totally grabbing Indestructible. Love that. And again, probably a bounce spell. We already have Indestructible, so it has to be a bounce spell, right? If they kill one pup, you know, we're still going on to Fairy for that 5th damage. Swinging in now, of course, for 6. We get it.
Now what?
You know, I'm going to allow that, I guess. Still a Doomscar. I'm still just going to pass my turn. You know, if we're going to play slow, let's commit to our game plan. And I just don't know how we're going to draw their hand out. Like, how are we getting them out of cards when they're just, like, drawing, you know, rediscover the formulas. They have time warp the key. Like, holy Toledo's. How are we even still in the match at this point? That's my question. Right? How have they not, like, turbo dunked on us at this point? Come on, cast your Doomscar. If they play a Liar, if they play a Hallbreaker, game over. You know, I can accept that. However, you know, maybe those are all lands and just one Doomscar. Oh, second key. Yeah, this is still a match somehow. Just give them another turn. I have a hard time conceding against slow individuals like this, as no one should escape unpunished, right? We do really want to make sure people understand that what they're doing takes a certain amount of time, so it's not just an early concede. At this point, you know, they are less likely to replay the deck consistently, as their schedule or time restraints may not allow for it. However, when you take turn after turn, you know, it's just it's a BM, right? So they untap, they play Lear. I'm gonna give them a your go because it's a pretty toxic deck and they're taking a while, right? So it's like play your Lear and recast these time warps. Let's go, man! Teleportation circle bounces the key every turn. You know, that's great as well. Again, a hard time just conceding because they should know that what they're doing takes 2.5 hours. And then they're less likely to do it in the future because of that, and that's better for me because I don't want to see this deck in the future. And I doubt you do either, right? So, doing the Lord's work. LOL. Oh, I keep thinking this is the Ice Troll. I was talking about gaining Indestructible there with the Troll again. It is not the Ice Troll. That is a Boreal Outrider. We're chilling. I'm surprised I've not played the Hullbreaker or the Liar, Disciple of the Drowned. Still waiting for this Doomscar to clear out. I doubt it's an all-round. More likely a Doomscar. Maybe a Starnheim Unleashed. That's even less likely. That's a Doomscar. Okay. Cool beans, cool beans, cool beans. And now we say, you have to have it. Let's go. Right? You have 2 cards in hand. Let's roll. They probably want that to defend, but they might be greedy and strike in with it, of course. They're going for it. So they're tapped out. Well, maybe. They've got 2 mana available to interact with us. 2 mana counterspell. LOL. Reichs has been reduced through the discovery. Deep Breath. They bounce the key. Grab one of the best cards in game. Pick from a list, why don't you? Your choice. What you want. I don't think it should be that hard of a decision. There's 3 cards to choose from. Oh my god. Gandalf, aka a white and blue players. You know, how long does it take to rewind time? Is it no time, or is it an infinite amount of time? Right? Don't understand. Alright, we've got 2 different turns of the same, you know, 6 power, 6 toughness in play. 2 creatures. We could have spazzed out the whole field, but then we're sacrificing Sentinels. And at this point, you know, let's just go for it. I'm going to give him a your go again. Because I honestly don't know what we're waiting for at this point. 3 cards in hand. They grab another from the key and turn. Holy Toledo's, here it comes. Pretty sure I'll block that with a Sentinel, but who knows? I would assume they're taking another turn, right? Do they play in full control? They do cast it. Another time warp. 1, 2, 3 time warps. 3 discover the formulas. Holy Toledo's. How could it be hard to pick Time Warp out of 3 cards? Like, oh, do I need the Time Warp? It is so painful. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. How long have we been here? 14 minutes, and we've got very little accomplished. 2 minutes a turn. I'm just gonna keep berating them. I know it's BM, bad manners, but let's have some fun with it, right? Let's at least let them know that others may find their playstyle a little bit frustrating. Nice. Another rope. Regrowth. Why didn't they regrowth the Time Warp? Boo. Boo. They didn't regrowth the Time Warp because they already have one in hand. No blocks here, down to 8. Geist Chandler for a blocker, whatever. Whatever, man. Select the key. Pull the Time Warp. Really easy stuff. At least after this match, they'll never need to play this deck in the play queue again because they've learned how to play. And they're just, you know, they're BMing us more than we'll ever BM them. Guaranteed there's been a Hull Breaker in their hand. You know, just chilling. Just chilling, brah. Could be a divide. I'm actually going to play this, pay the extra, and then I'm going to Blizzard Brawl off it in case they want to bounce it. And then we can still hit with the other Bayo. Boom, big damage down to 13. Tick-tock. I assume they can kill us here. Whether, you know, it's wiping the field. Oh, wow. I guess that's one option. Right after we fold out, too. And they hit us for 7, but not 8. They don't take lethal. They're just not strong enough to do it. Bounce that key, baby. Pull another warp skis. Let's see what our top deck is. And, you know, we bring them to the end of their match. We make them understand that this is a 20-minute deck minimum. And we still take the win away from them. If they interact with their Sentinel, I'm out. I'm outie. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Nope. You wish. You wish. A little bit salt there, but I save it for the right. Holy Toledos. Green Bean free-to-play Artisan. Commons and uncommons. A really accessible deck if you're new to the game. Relying on the snow mechanic pretty heavily. And, you know, let's talk about some upgrades quick. We have, first off, you know, the Rangers class. This is a must-have in any mono green deck. You know, you get the Wolf, you can make your attacker stronger, and then you can free cast creatures off the top of the library. That's fantastic, right? We also have the Werewolf Pack Leader acting as an additional draw engine. It can power up and gain trample, which is really cool as well. And it's a 3/3 for 2, so that's fantastic. Mammoth acting as not only a land, but a big booty as well, potentially going to a 5/5 with that landfall trigger. Troll 4/4 with trample for 3. It can come back into play and ramps your mana in the in-between phase there as well, which is really nice. And then the Lupine Harbingers. This is an absolute magical card. 4/4 trample and haste. You can foretell it, and each turn it's foretold, it gets an additional +1 counter on it, which is great. And then the Lair of the Hydra, you know, if you're looking for some additional value within your land base for the upgrades. And you know, it's a decent build, and the upgrades are really nice as well. Of course, if you're looking for a upgrade guide video, I do the Mythic Rank Mono Green shenanigans for you in Alchemy if you're interested, and I'll try to remember to have that video somewhere for you to access, probably in the pinned comment, and we'll have the playlist for the other free-to-play decks, of course. And now it is your favorite time of the video. Niv Mizzet, the Firemind, is our card of the day. Legendary creature, Dragon Wizard with flying as a 4/4 for 6 mana. Pretty expensive. However, whenever you draw a card, the Firemind will deal 1 damage to any target, and we can tap it to draw a card, which is absolutely incredible. And if we jump over here, we can kind of look at a little bit of information about the card. Let's get this over here and jump there. Beautiful. You know, a pretty cheap card, only $2, you know, $2.08 for a very nice looking foil. And this is from some sort of pack, the Guilds of Ravnica Guild Kit, which is like a Walmart thing, and that's a pretty good card to come in one of those cheap bundles that you can pick up. Of course, the other versions are not as expensive. This one happens to be, though, this full art. And you can see why, and that's $139. Whoa, 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 whoa. This one's for 155 basically, which is absolutely incredible. Now that is a valuable card from Champs. It's a Champs promo though, right? So that's really hard to get your hands on, and that's why you see that price there. If we switch over, our artist is Draken, pardon my pronunciation, Darkin, sorry. R's in the wrong spot there, but you can go through and check out all their other art, whether it be their Magic the Gathering shenanigans. Of course, they've got some other stuff going on here as well if you're interested, right? We do like to showcase the artists of the cards that we look at. And Niv Mizzet, the Firemind, you know, what an absolute is-it banger. It's a little bit expensive, but you know, with these new cards where you maybe reduce the cost of your dragons, you know, even ramping into it with treasures, really is becoming a possibility. Of course, not in Arena. However, you know, we can dream. And eventually, remember, one day the Pioneer will be added, just not this year. So thank you all so much. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more great content. And most importantly, have a magical day. We'll see you soon in the next.